What's going on, guys? Quick little video here. You probably already read about it, and we're going to just discuss it. Allegedly, roster crunch. You were already expecting one for the Cavaliers due to the fact that Ty Jerome was going to be a free agent. I expected Ty Jerome to be someone that we more than likely we're going to expect the team to poach by offering him the full mid-level exception. He has played lights out. And because of that, I was actually talking about this today, is that a team like, so Davion Mitchell is a guy that may or may not stay with the Heat just because he might be too expensive, or they might not want to pay the full mid-level exception, which I expect him to get. And because a team like the Cavaliers might be having to do a roster crunch in terms of the pay raise that Evan Mobley is now getting, as his salary, I think, bumps up to, specifically, let me read you the Rose rule, that Brian Windhorst was the one who talked about this, as the new DPOY Defensive Player of the Year will receive an additional $45 million over his next 5 years. They're going to have to trim salary, and Ty Jerome, who finished third in Sixth Man of the Year, is going to be signed for an annual salary or around the mid-level exception, as I thought. And the Cavaliers signed Isaac Okoro to a 3-year, $38 million deal, and they also acquired DeAndre Hunter. Now, I know everyone's screaming, we'll trade Isaac Okoro and keep Ty Jerome. And this is where I'm going. I think with that being said, there's going to be someone who's going to try to, go after Ty and probably take him for a bigger salary. And as a result, I think the Cavaliers would be a team that maybe ends up signing, trading Isaac Okoro, or a combination of Okoro and Dean Wade, or Dean Wade and maybe a young guy like a Jalen Tyson or something like that. That I know the jury's still out on Jalen Tyson. He was a guy that I was very high on with a Josh Hart vibe. He came out of coming from California. But you could maybe see them go, okay, Ty just signed, it's almost $14 million. So it'd be like 4 years, 72, 3 years, or 62, 4 years, right? No. 56. 4 years, 56. 3 years would be 42. Is the almost full mid-level. And you can maybe just go and see if you can find somebody cheaper than that. So I understand I don't think it's the end of the world. I think they planned for this when they did this contract. I just think it'll result in, Strus could even be an option there, as he missed a lot of time. I just don't, shooting and how consistent he is, and I feel like by the end of the stretch, Okoro became more expendable. Same thing with Dean Wade. And if you don't believe Jalen Tyson's on your timeline, then that's another one. But yeah, that's where I see it. That's just all. I don't know if anyone just saw that all finished, all phrasing, but yeah, I think that's self-explanatory, because then if you were to trade one of them, Chuma Okeke's on a contract, which let's show you right here. You can see right there, they already have, Dean Wade only has a partial guaranteed salary next year, and it increases by $666,000 if he achieves certain criterias, and I assume they haven't. And Craig Porter only has $1 million. I think they really like Craig Porter, so I would expect the three guys to keep an eye on: Dean Wade, Okoro, Strus. I feel like Okoro would be the best to trade. I know Dean Wade also got hurt, and I feel like he's expendable, especially with Naquan Tomlin. Yeah, let me hear your thoughts on this one.